We're here in Köln, Germany. I'm talking to Ekaterina Derzhavina, who has been in Germany for several concerts, and she was so kind to meet me here in Köln because I wanted to ask her some questions, some specific questions that I thought might be of interest to the people who would be watching this short, unofficial interview. The first thing that I would like to ask Ekaterina Derzhavina is if she remembers at all that I have written on her art something in which I was telling the people, who are the readers, how I feel when I listen to her music, to her performance. And I sent it to her, take a look, and she said that of course, she's pleased, but she feels that I am praising her too high. So I decided to take the plane from Toronto to Köln and to discuss that and eventually to record it. And here she is. Hopefully she'll be able to answer my first question. Is there any specific words that she might describe the reason for her statement that I am praising her too high? This is not just a modesty or false modesty. This is something that I believe she firmly believes. I'm wondering why.
Well, every artist, I think, he tries to do his best and to tell the truth, so to say. So do I as well. I'm trying to tell the truth, but I think that my pure pianistic capacities are not always enough to do what I want to do. Well, and there are a lot of people whom I really admire and who can play the same things much better, in my opinion.
Thank you for that. Now, much better is a very broad...
Yes, of course.
Right.
What I mean, for example, I love the music of Medtner, Russian composer Nikolai Medtner, very much, and I play a lot of his works. But I can say that I'll never reach the level of Hamish Milne, for example, a British pianist who does it fantastically, or Boris Berezovsky, my compatriot, Russian pianist. He's always fantastic in Medtner, and I just love to play his music, but I can't reach this level of flexibility and how to say this level of mastery.
Mastery.
Yes.
Mastery.
To do what I want to do. Well, it's mainly with the romantic music.
Do you think that there is an honest pianist who thinks that he has enough mastery?
I think so, yes. I think there are people who can say that. I think so. I believe it, yes.
And you believe that this is justified?
Yes.
And you believe that, I don't want to say the words, but it comes by naturally, that you are inferior to some other performers who play the same music. Is there a possibility that your perception of these other performers who play the same music is too lenient to their performance and too taxing or too strict for your performance? Everything is subjective. We agree with that.
Yes.
Right. And I am trying to bring here the fact that your opinion of that is also subjective. Right.
Sure. Yeah.
The caliber of musical performance art that I hear from Derzhavina deserves much more recognition. I claim that with this little defense of mine, with the person in front of me, I have some success in defending myself.
What should I say? I think probably the things I do just have the same vibration. Yes, and there are some people who understand this too. So it is actually the same thing I started with. Every artist, I believe, that is going to tell the truth. This is actually the goal of art in general, to tell the truth.
Not all the time.
It must be, I think. And well, this is what I am trying to do, and if well, I'm happy if people understand me.
Some more than others.
Yes, so we are very deep in philosophical problems now.
No, it's not philosophical.
It's not my strong side.
It's quantitative problem, some more than others.
But yes, after all, you know me only from recordings. Have you heard me live? Or have you heard any live recordings? I don't know.
The recordings, sometimes without video, tell me more about a person than full-fledged movie made about it. And I am learning about that at this stage of my life, that it is possible because I experienced it. Yes, it is recordings. But what I find in these recordings doesn't need any video, doesn't need any words, and
Music doesn't need words, that's true. If you try to explain music with words, you will always fail. It's like to try to tell your dream in words, you know. It's the same thing. Nobody will understand it.
in order to make it like a run-of-the-mill interview, I have to ask at the end, what are your plans for the future?
In the future. What do you mean? Which concepts? Yes, some small things in Russia, and then I'll play Goldbergs again in Poland in August. and then some concerts in Russia again, and something in Germany in the beginning of November. Mm. Yes, not very much, but well, it's much work. Different programs, Bach again, and um, I'm going to do quite an interesting program, I think, with the music of the time of the French Revolution. So this is the end of 18th and beginning of 19th century. And there will be Mozart, of course, and Haydn, of course, but also people much less known. I play a lot of music which is rarely played, unknown, and unfairly really. For example, yes, now we made a small festival dedicated to the music of the great Russian composer Stanchinsky, who died in 1914, very young, with 26 years. He was 26 old.
Yeah, I heard that also.
And yes, I think the music is just great, and we all need it with a great pleasure. And this is also one of the goals of an artist, I think, to bring it out of the not to leave this music forgotten, you know.
To bring them out of oblivion.
Yes. And the same thing with this composer whom I want to speak about is Sigismund von Neukomm. He was a student of Haydn, and a very interesting figure in the history of music. His life is just a novel. And he wrote a lot of stuff, not equal in quality, but some of the pieces are very, very good, and I'm going to play his pieces together with Mozart and Haydn. Yes, these are my plans for now.
There is no way that you will say negative or no if you have in your repertoire some of the popular concertos for piano.
Concertos for piano? Yes, I've played some concertos, of course. Yes.
Right. Anyway, I thank you very much, Katya. I never called Ekaterina Katya before, but now that she is looking at me the way she is, I hope she doesn't mind that. And also, I'm quite a bit older than her. Now, in Russian, that will be поотчество. If I speak to you as Ekaterina
Владимировна.
that is поотчество, right?
Екатерина Владимировна, это по-отчеству.
Владимировна.
Катя, это...
Thank you so much for taking of your precious time here in Europe. And Ekaterina is flying tomorrow to Moscow, correct?
Moscow.
Yes. And I am flying the other direction. So, thank you again.